Beloved soul, Archangel Michael comes with a sobering yet necessary message. There is someone in your life who does not carry pure intentions toward you. You may feel their presence as familiar, trusted, or even dear, yet beneath the surface there is a shadow of betrayal forming. This message is not meant to incite fear, but to awaken you to wisdom, discernment, and divine protection. Betrayal is one of the deepest wounds a heart can endure because it strikes not from an enemy's hand, but from someone you once trusted. The pain of such an act shakes foundations, leaving scars that echo long after the moment has passed. Yet heaven, in its mercy, does not allow you to be blindsided. Archangel Michael, God's warrior and protector, steps forward today to warn you, not so you may despair, but so you may be strengthened, shielded, and prepared. You are not being left defenseless. In fact, this warning is proof that heaven watches over you, guiding your steps so that no scheme against you prospers. Michael's presence is fierce but loving. He does not arrive to frighten, but to equip you with the clarity and strength needed to walk through this season unharmed. Hear this truth. Not everyone who smiles at you carries love in their heart. Not everyone who speaks kind words desires your good. Some souls are vessels of envy, deception, or spiritual interference meant to hinder your path. Yet even when others plot in darkness, God's light exposes all things in time. This is why Michael urges you to pay attention, to sharpen your spiritual sight, and to prepare your heart. Betrayal may come, but it does not have to break you. With his sword of truth and shield of protection, Archangel Michael reveals what you must see and teaches you how to stand firm, unshaken, and victorious. Betrayal is one of the most painful experiences a soul can encounter because it cuts from within, not from without. If an enemy wounds you, the sting, though sharp, is expected. But when the blow comes from a friend, a loved one, or someone you entrusted with your heart, the pain reverberates much deeper. Archangel Michael reminds us that betrayal is not merely an earthly event, it carries profound spiritual significance as well. To understand the warning heaven delivers, we must first understand the very nature of betrayal in both dimensions of life. On an earthly level, betrayal often springs from weakness, envy, fear, or selfish desire. It may manifest as broken trust in a relationship, disloyalty in friendship, deception in business, or abandonment in a time of need. These betrayals violate sacred bonds of love, loyalty, or covenant. They expose the fragility of human hearts when not anchored in truth and integrity. A spouse may betray through infidelity, a confidant may spread secrets, a colleague may sabotage progress, all stemming from desires that place self above relationship. Yet betrayal goes deeper than human choice. Spiritually, it is often used as a weapon by forces of darkness to inflict maximum pain and derail destinies. The adversary knows that nothing destabilizes the heart more than broken trust. Betrayal leaves behind not only sorrow but also doubt. Doubt in yourself, doubt in others, and sometimes doubt in God's protection. This is why Archangel Michael speaks with urgency. Betrayal is not just personal drama, it is a spiritual battle. Throughout Scripture and history, betrayal has played pivotal roles in shaping divine stories. Joseph, beloved by his father, was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, and cast into prison. Yet it was precisely through their betrayal that God positioned him for greatness, saving nations during famine. David, anointed to be king, was betrayed by Saul's jealousy and pursued like prey. And Jesus himself, the purest embodiment of love, was betrayed by Judas with a kiss. Each betrayal carried immense pain, yet also served as a turning point toward divine purpose. This teaches us an essential truth. While betrayal wounds, it does not have the power to cancel destiny. In fact, betrayal often becomes the very path through which hidden strength is revealed and higher calling unfolds. It separates the authentic from the false, purifies your inner circle, and teaches you to lean not on human frailty but on divine faithfulness. Still, betrayal's sting must not be minimized. Its earthly effects can linger as trust issues, fear of intimacy, bitterness, or isolation. Spiritually, it can harden the heart, making it resistant to love and guidance. This is precisely why Michael issues his warning, so you can prepare, guard your heart, and recognize the deeper purpose behind the storm. Betrayal, when seen only through earthly eyes, appears as loss, humiliation, or failure. But when seen through spiritual vision, it is an unveiling. It shows you who truly walks with you, who stands against you, and, above all, how God transforms even the darkest schemes into stepping stones toward your destiny. Therefore, betrayal is both a wound and a revelation. It is both a test and a teacher. It reminds us of the imperfection of human loyalty, yet points us toward the unshakable faithfulness of God. Archangel Michael urges you to remember, though betrayal may be near, it is not the end. It is often the beginning of a greater unveiling of truth, strength, and divine protection. Archangel Michael, the protector and warrior of heaven, never allows betrayal to catch a faithful soul completely off guard. While the sting of betrayal may still come, heaven always sends warnings beforehand. The challenge is learning to recognize these subtle but powerful signals before the mask slips and the truth is revealed. Michael whispers, nudges, and stirs your spirit so you may guard yourself without being consumed by fear. Here are the most common signs that Archangel Michael is warning you about betrayal. 1. A restlessness in your spirit. The first and most frequent sign is an inner unease you cannot quite explain. Even when circumstances appear calm, your spirit feels unsettled around a particular person. Michael often communicates through this spiritual restlessness, an unshakable sense that something is off. You may feel anxious in their presence, drained after conversation, or cautious without reason. Do not dismiss this as paranoia. Often, it is your soul resonating with the protective shield of Michael, alerting you to hidden motives. 2. Repeated dreams or night visions. Heaven often sends messages through dreams when the conscious mind is too distracted to notice. If you repeatedly dream of betrayal, snakes, shadows, or masks falling away, Michael may be revealing a truth your spirit needs to grasp. Sometimes you may see the actual person who is planning to betray you, or you may witness symbolic imagery such as locked doors, stolen objects, or broken bridges. Pay attention to these visions. They are not random. They are warnings clothed in symbolic language. 3. Unmasking through words and slips. Another sign comes when the betrayer unintentionally exposes themselves. They may let slip a comment that undermines you, reveal knowledge they shouldn't have, or speak negatively about you behind your back. Archangel Michael often allows truth to surface through seemingly small accidents in speech. If you notice a pattern of contradictions, hidden mockery, or subtle undermining, do not ignore it. These are early cracks in the mask. 4. Disrupted peace in relationships. God's presence is marked by peace, but betrayal brings dissonance. If a person once brought you joy but now seems to stir confusion, gossip, or unnecessary conflict, it is often a red flag. Michael highlights this disruption to help you see where disharmony is being seeded. The betrayer may suddenly distance themselves, stop supporting your vision, or play both sides in a conflict. This inconsistency is not coincidence, it is a sign. 5. Exposure through divine timing. Archangel Michael is known for his sword of truth, which cuts away illusion. When betrayal is near, truth often emerges suddenly and unexpectedly. You might overhear a revealing conversation, receive an accidental message, or witness behavior you were not meant to see. These moments are not accidents, they are divinely orchestrated exposures. Michael ensures that at the appointed time, deceit is revealed so that you are not left in the dark. 6. Physical and emotional draining. Pay attention to how your body reacts around certain people. Betrayal carries a spiritual heaviness that can manifest as fatigue, headaches, or anxiety when you interact with the betrayer. Archangel Michael uses your body as an antenna, signaling that this relationship is draining life force rather than giving it. If every encounter leaves you diminished rather than uplifted, this is a strong sign of hidden disloyalty. 7. Unusual obstacles or resistance. Sometimes Michael warns by allowing increased obstacles in plans involving a potential betrayer. You may find that projects stall, conversations never flow, or doors close whenever this person is involved. What appears to be bad luck may actually be divine interference, shielding you from walking deeper into harm. Michael often uses delays as protection rather than punishment. 8. A call to prayer and protection. Finally, one of the clearest signs of warning is when you feel an unusual pull to pray more fervently for protection. You may suddenly find yourself invoking Archangel Michael, speaking declarations of safety, or sensing the need to cover your heart with God's armor. This instinct is not random. It is heaven nudging you toward readiness because betrayal is near. A loving reminder. Michael's warnings are never meant to instill paranoia or mistrust in everyone around you. Instead, they sharpen your discernment so that you may separate the loyal from the false, the faithful from the deceptive. When you notice these signs, pause, pray, and ask Archangel Michael to shine his light of truth. He will reveal what you need to know at the right time. Remember, betrayal may hurt, but with heaven's warning, it will never destroy you. When Michael speaks, it is to protect, empower, and align you with truth. Pay attention to the signs, and you will find that even betrayal becomes a stepping stone into your divine destiny. When Archangel Michael warns of betrayal, it is not simply to frighten you, it is to prepare you. Protection, however, requires clarity, patience, and inner strength. Before you can fully shield yourself, there are obstacles you must recognize and preparations you must undertake. These are not meant as punishment or delays. They are the necessary steps to ensure that your defenses are effective and your spirit remains unshakable. 1. Overcoming denial. One of the first obstacles is denial. Often, the idea that someone you trust could betray you feels impossible to accept. Your heart resists the thought, clinging to hope and loyalty. But Michael reminds you, denial is the enemy's ally. It keeps you vulnerable. Preparing for protection begins with the courage to see reality clearly. Acknowledge the warning, observe behaviors, and trust your intuition. Facing the possibility of betrayal is not weakness, it is wisdom. 2. Navigating emotional attachments. Another challenge arises from emotional bonds. Deep attachments to friends, family, or partners can make it difficult to step back, set boundaries, or make protective decisions. You may feel guilt, fear of loss, or worry about being misunderstood. Archangel Michael encourages you to distinguish love from attachment. Protection does not require severing love, it requires prioritizing your spiritual and emotional safety above unhealthy loyalty. 3. Recognizing manipulation and gaslighting. Betrayers often employ subtle manipulation or gaslighting, causing you to question your perception. They may twist words, create confusion, or sow doubt to maintain control. Michael's guidance is crucial here. Preparation means strengthening discernment through prayer, meditation, and alignment with God's truth. Keep a clear record of interactions if necessary, and trust your intuition even when logic feels uncertain. 4. Releasing fear of conflict. Protecting yourself may require difficult conversations, setting boundaries, or even distancing yourself from someone you care about. Fear of conflict can paralyze you, leaving you exposed. Michael reminds you that asserting your boundaries is not unkind, it is necessary for your well-being. Preparing yourself spiritually allows you to act with calm confidence rather than reactive emotion. 5. Spiritual vulnerabilities. Before establishing protection, you must assess your spiritual state. Negative energy, unresolved trauma, or patterns of compromise can make you more susceptible to deception. Michael encourages purification rituals, prayer, and visualization of divine light to strengthen your energy field. Clearing spiritual vulnerabilities ensures that no betrayal can penetrate your inner sanctuary. 6. Cultivating patience and discernment. Finally, timing is key. Protection is not about rushing to action but about responding with wisdom. Michael teaches that patience, combined with vigilance, allows you to respond at the right moment. Impulsive reactions can escalate situations or give the betrayer more leverage. Preparation is about staying alert, observing patterns, and acting decisively when heaven signals that it is time. Preparing for divine protection. To prepare for protection effectively, start by creating a sacred space for prayer and reflection. Ask Michael to surround you with his shield of light, cutting away cords of deception and ensuring your spirit is anchored in truth. Strengthen your connection to God daily, listen to your intuition, and remain observant of the signs around you. Remember, preparation is not fear, it is empowerment. Every step you take now, acknowledging reality, setting boundaries, purifying your spirit, cultivating discernment, is a step towards safety, peace, and eventual victory. Betrayal may be near, but with preparation, you will be unshakable, resilient, and fully protected under Michael's divine guidance. Once you recognize the signs of potential betrayal and have prepared your heart and spirit, the next step is action, protection. Archangel Michael emphasizes that spiritual and emotional defenses are not just shields against others, but also tools for maintaining your peace, clarity, and alignment with divine purpose. Protection requires intention, faith, and practical strategies. 1. Invoke Archangel Michael's shield. Michael is known as the Great Protector, and his shield is a powerful spiritual tool. Each day, visualize a brilliant blue light surrounding your body and spirit, a barrier that allows only truth, love, and positivity to enter. Picture Michael standing before you with his sword, cutting away deceit, manipulation, and harmful intentions. By asking for his presence regularly, you create an energetic armor that strengthens your discernment and prevents betrayal from taking root in your life. 2. Establish firm boundaries. Betrayal often succeeds when boundaries are weak or unclear. Protect yourself by clearly defining what is acceptable in your relationships, interactions, and personal space. This could mean limiting access to certain information, avoiding emotionally draining situations, or distancing yourself from negative influences. Boundaries are not acts of hostility, they are acts of self-respect and spiritual alignment. 3. Strengthen your inner discernment. Trust your intuition. Michael often communicates through subtle nudges, gut feelings, or sudden clarity. If something feels off, honor that feeling. Journal your observations, reflect on recurring patterns, and pray for guidance. Developing discernment ensures that you recognize deception early and make choices aligned with your spiritual truth. 4. Protect your emotional energy. Betrayers thrive on draining your emotional and spiritual energy. Do not allow anyone to feed off your fear, anxiety, or trust without reciprocity. Practice daily emotional cleansing through prayer, meditation, or visualization, releasing negativity and replacing it with light and confidence. Surround yourself with supportive, uplifting individuals who reinforce your truth rather than undermine it. 5. Stay rooted in faith. Spiritual protection begins with connection to God. Daily prayer, meditation, and scripture reading anchor you in divine energy. This not only shields you from betrayal but also gives you strength to act wisely rather than react impulsively. Michael reminds you that no human betrayal can touch the soul anchored in heaven's protection. 6. Release control, not responsibility. Finally, understand that protection is not about controlling others. It is about controlling your own boundaries, responses, and awareness. Michael encourages you to act with wisdom, stay vigilant, and trust that heaven will handle what you cannot. By releasing the need to control outcomes, you prevent emotional entanglement and maintain clarity, allowing truth and justice to unfold naturally. Beloved soul, spiritual and emotional protection is both proactive and continuous. With Michael's guidance, clear boundaries, strengthened intuition, and a steadfast connection to God, you are shielded from betrayal's power. Your heart remains whole, your mind remains clear, and your destiny remains unthwarted. Trust these steps, practice them daily, and you will walk securely in the light of divine protection. Beloved soul, Archangel Michael has delivered this warning not to instill fear, but to empower you. Betrayal may be near, but with divine guidance, you are never defenseless. Today, you have been given the tools to recognize deception, protect your spirit, and preserve your peace. Take these warnings seriously. Watch for the signs, honor your intuition, and set clear boundaries. Call upon Michael daily to surround you with his shield and to cut away any influence that seeks to harm you. Protect your emotional and spiritual energy, stay rooted in faith, and remember, your destiny is far greater than the schemes of anyone who would betray you. Do not allow fear to paralyze you. Instead, let wisdom guide you, let courage empower you, and let heaven be your refuge. Share this knowledge with those you trust, strengthen your inner discernment, and act in alignment with divine truth. The time to act is now. Stand firm in your light, anchored in God's protection, and trust that every betrayal is ultimately powerless against the soul fortified by heaven. With Michael at your side, You are safe, vigilant, and victorious.